4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. This is Your Music Live here on Studio Live today, brought to you by our good friends at DistroKid. Let's get it on.
Your music, your music, your music live. Your music, your music, your music live.
Ooh, yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another week of the best independent music in the world. Yeah, okay, we're going to oversell it this week. I hope you're well. My name is Pete. This is Studio Live today, and this is our show where we showcase your music. Yes, we play independent music for the next 2 hours. Strap in, buckle in, sit down, stand up. I don't care what you do, but get ready for some amazing music here. And we're going to kick things off here from right here in Australia. Now, this is an artist. I only heard this song for the first time yesterday over on the Song Surfing podcast. And then I noticed that it was in my list for YML. And I'm like, yes, we're going to open with this tune. This is Cassidy out of the Hunter Valley here in Australia, and a tune called Body Talk to kick us off here on Your Music Live.
With vibrations, good vibes with me all day. No hate or faulty sensations, just me, my thoughts, my body and I. We are fighting the world's reputation, spiraling through someone's bad day. Think of the world as we know it, that I'm just one in many that way. Talks to me. People may think I have secrets, but the truth is there's nothing to hide. Stand up on stage with all nearby, shout out to the world, say hey, hello, hi. We are fighting the world's reputation, spiraling through someone's bad day. Think of the world as we know it, that I'm just one in many that way. Me and I in this little world, it seems we never get too far without somebody on our arm. But I know myself, and I'm too in love to care. When you see my life just standing there, it's no wonder they can see the way my body.
I could just listen to that all day, and I spun it like 3 times last night getting ready for the show, and I'm like, I've got to play that up front. I've either got to open or finish with that tune because it was just sitting in my head in a good way, and I thought that was like a nice up vibe way to kick us off and start the show here today. So thank you for that, and thank you to everyone who is here live. If you enjoyed that one, and if you're looking forward to the show, you can hit the thumbs up button there. DistroKid is who sponsors this show. They keep the lights on around here, and Cassidy actually released that song with DistroKid. I always check that beforehand, and it looks like Cassidy's got that one out on all of the streaming platforms, on your Spotify's, your Apple Music's, your everywhere. So go and stream it now, Cassidy Watts, because it is a cool tune, and I dig it in a big bad way. Speaking of people that I dig in a big bad way, we got some of our all-stars that we haven't heard from a while. Maybe some animal-type people. Maybe even a penguin might drop on by a little bit later. So definitely hang around because there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But here's an artist, we'll stay over on SoundCloud for another tune. Here's an artist that we've heard from a bunch of times before, and every time we play a track by this artist, people seem to dig it. So we're going to play this one, a brand new tune from our man Wingy, and this is called No More Falling Over. Wingy with a nice jam here on Your Music Live.
It's hard to say this, but I've just about given up. And my life is in a rut, but nobody gives a. And it's hard to stay tough when I'm running out of luck. and I'll probably get struck by a fire truck. I need a savior right about now, my behavior right about now. I need that paper right about now, I need those favors right about now. I'm saying it seems like everyone has it figured out for me, but I know what I want, but my shoulder weighs a ton. Still no way I'm falling over. Pack my bags to Tennessee, where no one can reach out to me. My self-doubts are just fallacies. I'm screaming out the balcony. I'm hoping that you're proud of me. Now I'm up, but I'm stuck, and you got me second-guessing. Those long talks, those long nights, was my heart just tested? Those memories, I'ma let it burn like Usher. My confession, some people come in our lives as a blessing. Now you're a lesson.
The one and only Wingy with a brand new tune here on Your Music Live. Always love it when we hear from Wingy. The Gucci belt song is still runs around in my head all the time. As Arnie G says, yeah, dancey, but it feels like there's a bit of a message in there too. I agree. Wingy's always got some quality stuff going on. So thank you to Wingy for sharing that one. I didn't really tell you about the first two songs. So Cassidy says, Body Talk is a funk track inspired by ladies from the 80s, made purely from synthesizers plus vocals. Of course, it follows the journey of self-love and personal empowerment, learning how to harness and love oneself, as you can never truly love someone until you love yourself. And I thought that was such a cool message, and then I forgot to read it because that's how we roll around here sometimes. And Wingy about that one says this song is about being in a dark place but hopeful that a change will happen. The production was intended to be a mixture of UK garage, EDM, and a little bit of alternative pop. Hope you like it. I've been working on developing a new sound that's truly unique. Well, it is. It's got that Wingy vibe, but it's definitely got some uniqueness to it. Speaking of unique, another artist that we love around here, and again, we're playing some old, some new, some borrowed, some blue. This is an artist called Picturesque, and they say, "Hi Pete, we as Picturesque have recently released our third single, This Cold, off our up-and-coming album. We're getting really excited as we're learning. We're nearing the album release, and it feels really good to have the studio live today and YML community accompanying us on the journey." Well, we're welcome to be here. Really appreciate the response on the last couple of tracks. The album version of this track has a couple of F-bombs, so we released a separate radio edit, clean version for the YML audience. So you see how much people love the YML community here. We've got a clean version, a radio edit here without the F-bombs, just for our sensitive eyes and ears, or more to the point, the sensitive YouTube algorithm that doesn't like a whole lot of F-bombs. But let's turn this one up. Please turn it up to 11. This is Picturesque with their new single called This Cold here on Your Music Live.
Cannot stay my feet on rain. This cold Friday
Yeah. Very dark and mysterious. Dark and mysterious tune and dark and mysterious video there as well. Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, you can definitely feel the build up there. And you might be thinking, Pete, you chopped it off just before. Yeah, very Tool. You're right, Paul. It is very, very, very Tool in terms of the band Tool. Yeah, I know. I chop off the songs. You're thinking, Pete, it's just getting to the good bit, buddy, and you just turned it down. Well, here's the thing. I do the hard work for you because what we do here on this show is we play 1 to 2 minutes of each track, and then I throw the link to them down in the description. So that does two things. It means that you can go back and listen and enjoy the entire experience yourself, and it means that that artist gets you over onto their channel, their SoundCloud, their page. So it gives them more of an opportunity to grab your attention and say, quick, subscribe to me, follow me, do all the things. And look, I don't say that to say you've got to go over and, subscribe and follow every single artist you hear. You're going to love some are not going to be your jam. That's the cool thing. We play all sorts of music here. It is not one style. It is everything, and we play it all. And we do it all thanks to our sponsors, DistroKid, who we will be hearing from in just a moment. But let's keep on rocking, shall we? This is our man, Nathan D'Souza, a.k.a. Unbroken. And he says, "Hi Pete, I made this track in GB using my phone. I hope you like it." You know what? Sometimes we get the paragraphs or the nice longer sentences, and sometimes people just say, "Hey, I made a thing. I hope you dig it. I hope it jams." And I think you're going to enjoy this one. This is Unbroken with It Ain't Over here on Your Music Live. Unbroken there, who never disappoint, who never fail to bring the cool there. Yeah, totally cool. What BPM is this? 500? Something like that. Yeah, very, very cool vocals on that one. Very nicely done indeed. Rock solid, and yes, another rocker. Yes, this one thumps mad. Exactly, Doctor. And some very cool riffs in there. Like, do you hear those kicks? Like like amazing stuff in there. Very, very cool. Let's continue on. We'll grab another couple of tunes here. What about we grab this one here from our friend Beggars Can't Be Pickers. So we'll give this one a spin here. This is called. Hang on. I'll get there. Don't worry, we're there. So Beggars Can't Be Pickers. This is a tune called Love All, and this, I think, speaks for itself. We'll give this one a spin here. Beggars Can't Be Pickers, who's also released on DistroKid. If you ever want to know if music rocks hard, just look for this little thing down here, provided to YouTube by DistroKid. That means that it's gone through our friends at DistroKid, and it means it's extra cool. They sprinkle a little bit of extra awesome on the songs just before they're released. Note, extra sprinkles are not actually put on. It is just a metaphor. All right, let's play this one. It's called Love All. Beggars Can't Be Pickers on Your Music Live.
You say only a man and woman can marry. I think you're wrong. In fact, I know you're wrong. You say everyone can have feelings as long as we don't act on them. say we can still love them, but they won't go to heaven. You say God does make mistakes, but I don't believe in a God that'll punish for feelings. Gonna say I'm wrong.
Very cool. I love the sound. If you've got an opportunity, go and listen to the album Beggars Can't Be Pickers, because it's just got a lo-fi, low-key kind of vibe. It just sits back. There's nothing quite like just one person, one acoustic guitar, and just your feelings and your emotions and just pouring it out. I dig it. Very, very cool. Yeah, Doctor sort of says, can see this in a Netflix film. It reminds me of Kimya Dawson? There was I'm not going to be able to remember it, but there was a song called The Moldy Peaches. Yeah, there was a band called The Moldy Peaches, and I think it was Kimya Dawson and some dude. Someone will know what I'm talking about. But yeah, very, very, very cool vibe. Dig it, and thank you for sharing. Let's completely change gears here. Quiet Sunday. And what do they say about this song? They say this song was recorded on an iMac GarageBand. Okay. This song is about a guy who has a blow-up doll as a girlfriend. So talk about changing vibes a little bit here between songs. Yeah, it's called Living Dole, which is maybe not a cover of the famous Cliff Richard song, but let's jump over here. Of course, provided to YouTube by DistroKid. Oh, we had a question there from Jenny. So how is it provided to YouTube? So if any of these are artists that have this topic channel, so see how Quiet Sunday have a topic channel here. What this is YouTube set up a topic channel, and this is where the releases go that are played on things like YouTube Music, but you can also play it directly here in YouTube. So when you release from DistroKid, it goes out to Spotify. Oh, wow, that was weird. Goes out to Spotify, Apple Music, to Deezer, to Amazon, but it also goes to YouTube Music, and it also goes right here onto YouTube or under your topic channel. You can get your topic channel changed to an artist channel. That's a topic for another day. In fact, maybe we'll cover that today. We'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later, but yeah, that is what that means, that it's been provided by DistroKid. Let's give this one a spin, shall we? Another Quiet Sunday with Living Dole. Just a happy, fun time jam, and yeah, I love it when you've got a juxtaposition between the topic and the content and the lyrics, and then you've just got this vibey thing. Like, yeah, you can do an angsty song that's all dark and brooding and has a bunch of angsty lyrics, or you can do a happy-go-lucky song that's got all like, yeah, ain't lollipops and sunshine and rainbows fun, or you can do something like this. I've mentioned a bunch of times, but the track "Hey Ya" is a classic of this, where it's, you know, it sounds all like hey ya, but it's actually about like a relationship breaking down and not working. So I kind of dig. Yeah, a bit Herman's Hermits, wasn't it? I liked it. I dig it in a big big bad way. Well, I'm a little bit fired up today. I got a good night's sleep last night. Hands up, who likes Russ? It's a popularity contest all of a sudden. Russ 8889, also part of the Delicate Giants, and Russ says, "Hi Pete. Hope you're good. This is the latest track from the Delicate Giants called Output Disorder, made in Nano Studio 2 and on the iPad, featuring Ivan Idea on bass guitar and mastered by Jade Starr. Can you play it from 1 minute 20 as it's a long intro as usual? Many thanks from Russ. Well, of course we can. Russ with Ivan Idea on bass and mastered by Jade Starr. That's an all-star lineup if ever I heard one. So we're going to scroll this one through to the 1 minute 20 mark as requested by Russ, and we're going to give this one a spin. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, you're new to the show, there's your Russ emoji. The angry, exactly this one, the angry man that's swearing a lot. But I don't think there's going to be any swearing in this one. We'll find out though. This is Output Disorder, The Delicate Giants, here on Your Music Live. The Delicate Giants. Yes, Russ combining with Ivan Idea there on the bass, mastered by Jade Starr, and of course featuring his cousin Gary on guitar. I hope I get that right. I forget the guy's name every time. I feel very bad about that. Very good stuff. If you've been living under a rock and you haven't checked out the Delicate Giants album, you gotta get on over and check it out. It was released, of course, using DistroKid, and after a couple more tracks, we'll be hearing a little bit about DistroKid, because if you aren't aware of what DistroKid do, you're going to find out today. We're going to go back to basics. I'm going to take you to DistroKid school, and I'm going to tell you why you need to consider releasing your music online using DistroKid. So you'll look forward to that one. But before then, we've got a track here from Spider, not Spineless, Spider. Spider with a track called Grey. And they say, first of all, I want to thank you for leaving a nice comment on my video about the GB update. You're welcome. Yeah, there was a cool video that Spider did where they did a track based on the new update for GarageBand. And I heard it and I said, hey, good job. This is the full version of the song I made in that video. Very, very cool. Let's give this one a spin. It is called Grey, and this is Spider on Your Music Live.
Spider gotta chill.
Very cool indeed. Yeah, snappy beats for the win. And I love it when you get something that's got that kind of acoustic jamming sound and then you just hear that glitching of sort of a lo-fi track kicking in there. Very, very good stuff indeed. Hello, Emobot9000 does not compute. I hope you're doing well. Hello to everyone who's here, by the way. Thank you for being here. If you're having fun so far, we're only 25 minutes in. We've got more than an hour and a half of music to go. But if you are having fun, the thumbs up button helps. You know what else helps? We say it here every week, and you're probably sick of hearing it, but sharing. Yes, sharing is caring, and Sharon is Karen. So this week, I'd like you to share this with your mum and dad, and maybe your uncles and aunties. So everyone's got that cool uncle that's into music. Some people have the aunts and uncles and relatives that are a bit of hard work. But yeah, everyone's got those relatives that are into music. So why not invite them along? Bring them along and make them part of the fun here on Your Music Live. Especially if your tracks are being played, then share that stuff around. Get other people to come in and listen because yes, Sharon is Karen, and the more, the merrier. Oh, I've missed a button. There we go. Yes. And hit thumbs up. Absolutely. Hashtag Sharon is Karen. And Uncle Bob needs to hear about it. Absolutely, Dan. Let Uncle Bob. And Duncan is Duncan. Yeah, there you go. Duncan the Duncan bird is there. One more track and then we'll hear from our friends at DistroKid. And I'm going to play a track from DistroKidsSlaps.com. So we'll talk about the benefits of releasing your music online in a moment. But if you're on the fence, if you're not quite ready to release your music using DistroKid, here's what you do. You jump over to slaps.com, you sign up for free, and then you can release your music here, and then you can share it to me here on Your Music Live. You can share it with Uncle Bob and your family and your friends and everyone else. And you can have a one-stop shop place to check out other people's music as well. It's a great platform, and it is by our friends at DistroKid, so you know it's quality. This is our friend Tremor Bear, who says, I've been listening to Ty Tabor and King's X a lot. It's been a challenge for me to write a rock tune. This is my attempt. Thank you, Pete Johns, for YML. Well, thank you, Tremor Bear, for being such a cool member of this community and being here week after week. So we're going to give this one a spin here. I'm going to get my finger propped over the fire button ready to go, and we're going to play this one. It's called Don't Fear from Tremor Bear. Why isn't Pete dancing more? Well, it's because Pete has to keep his fingers on the keys and the Vader and the mouse. So yeah, I can only really get into it. That's why we do a lot of the head and the feet. But if you could see my feet right now, they are chapping. They are burning holes in the carpet as we speak because that was a jam. That was a jam, yeah. Only using the GB amps. Yeah, look, the GarageBand amps are super underrated. I think people jump away from the GarageBand amps because they're like, oh, there's so many better things. I'm going to use Amplitude or Bias or something else. But no, the GarageBand amps with a little tender loving care and even just some of those presets are actually kind of next level. So very, very cool stuff. Yes, I'm wowed by that. How I wish to have crispy live sounds. Well, that was some pretty crispy live sounds there. That was fuzz for days. That was like a warm, hot cup of fuzz. You know, when you get up in the morning, you can have coffee, but how much nicer would it be to wrap your hands around a warm cup of beautifully distorted fuzz? Okay, I'm getting a bit weird now. Speaking of weird, you know who's not weird? And that's our sponsors, DistroKid, who are like, quick, terminate Johns' contract. He's talking about warm cups of fuzz. No, they wouldn't do that. You know why? Because they're actually super cool people. Why is that? Because did you know that for less than $20 per year, you can release an unlimited number of songs, EPs, and albums to your Spotify, your Apple Music, your iTunes, your Deezer, your Tidal, you name it, they put it there. YouTube Music, it goes out everywhere. And this is the biggest benefit. When people say, why should I release my music online? I can put it onto SoundCloud or I can put it onto Bandcamp. Yeah, you can. But here's the benefit of getting it out there with DistroKid is it goes everywhere. Like, look at my latest single here, Work in Progress. I recorded and released this right here on the channel as part of my Songtember challenge that we do every year. And now it is on all these places. It's on Amazon. Oh, I've clicked it. It's on Amazon. It's on iTunes. It's on Deezer. It's on YouTube Music. It's on iHeartRadio. It's on, I don't even know what that one is. K-Box. What's K-Box? Who knows? But it's on there. So it's everywhere. It's on Twitch. It's on TikTok. It's on Tidal. It just goes out to everywhere. And it just means that instead of you having to go with complicated links and telling people complicated information, you just say, you want to find my song? Whatever you use, just search Pete Johns. So if Tremor Bear decided that he wanted to put that awesome jam out to the world, all he needs to do is say, hey, I'm Tremor Bear. I'm everywhere. That rhymes. That should be your catchphrase. I'm Tremor Bear and I'm everywhere. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, it really is that simple. And in terms of uploading, all we need to do is hit this upload button. You've seen me do this before. I've got videos here on the channel where I show you how to do it. I just say put it everywhere, but you can, of course, choose where it goes. And then you legitimately just put in your name, your album artwork, you upload your track, and then you hit submit, and it gets out there to the world. It really is as simple as I say. And we do thank DistroKid for their ongoing support of this channel, of me, and of you and your independent music. And you can get started from as little as $19.99 per year. Yeah, that's like what are they always compare it to cups of coffee. That's like 5 cups of coffee a year. But the other good news is you can save yourself 7% off your first year. Just use the link up there or down in the description. We do thank DistroKid for their support of independent music. Speaking of independent music, let's play some more independent music. This is our man Psy, aka No Emis, and Psy says, inspired by Russ 8889, tackling different styles of music, I thought I'd have a go at some 1990s dance music. We've got a bit of a 90s dancey kind of, a UK garagey kind of vibe here today, don't we? Yeah, everyone's having a crack. Even me, sort of. I'm doing a dancey type song. So let's jump over and take a listen to this one from Psy, aka No Emis, and it is Carousel here on Your Music Live. Get up off your feet with some oomph baby. I love it. Very cool. Oh, I like it. Yeah, that's very, very nicely done. Get your glow sticks out. Yeah, wear your neon vests. I don't know. I was never cool. Wait, was that ever cool? Was rave culture cool? I don't know. I was busy drinking beers and wearing flannelette shirts and listening to Nirvana back at that time. But I did vaguely hear that sort of coming out of the club back in the day. But I just didn't listen to it. Let's move on. Thank you very much, Sai. Thank you, No Emmis. Let's move back to the world of SoundCloud. And here's the weird thing. We talk about SoundCloud because it has ads. Slaps.com has no ads. So, just flexing a little bit on you there, SoundCloud. But SoundCloud does have ads when you go to play tunes. And when I was doing the setup last night for the show, I got ad after ad after ad. No Lotto Cat ad, but I got a heap of ads. And then this morning I've come to play and I get no ads. So clearly they think that whatever crazy sucker that's listening to SoundCloud at 7 o'clock in the morning is not going to be very receptive to ads, but someone listening at 8 o'clock at night is. So that's why we get away with no ads these days. I think no advertisers want to pay to advertise on SoundCloud at the first thing in the morning because only crazy people like me are listening to music this early. This is from Scott Melvin, and this is a first timer. We need a special thing that's just like first time, like whenever we have a first timer on Your Music Live. But this is from Scott and Melvin. They say, Gordon Scott and Brendan Melvin are two Scottish guys who have been writing songs together for over 40 years. This is their first release on a streaming platform. And look, we've got some danciness going on. Hashtag dance here. So this is Scott Melvin and a tune called Didn't Even Say Goodbye on Your Music Live.
You call my name. We held each other in the rain. I had to leave. You wanted us to try again. Our life, our time, the future and the past align. I made you cry, didn't even say goodbye. You did the best that you could do. There's something in the air tonight. I did the worst thing I could do to you. Something in here isn't right. I wrote you all I had to say. You were standing in my light. I broke your mind and went on my merry way. Didn't even say goodbye. Dear God above, I didn't know she was in love. As I recall, I didn't feel a thing at all. I was a fool.
Very nice indeed. Takes me all the way back to the new wave 80s and a little bit of 80s synth wave, synth pop kind of goodness there. Very cool indeed. Yeah, I'm sure it's up your alley, Al, Night Train, because it's very cool. Yeah, had some good synth in there, had some very nice vocals, very well arranged and well recorded. It just takes you away, doesn't it? Definitely some artists that should be being released. If you're not already releasing that stuff out to the world, Scott Melvin, Distro Kid, hook you up. Because that should be everywhere. I should be able to be going to my favorite streaming platform and typing in Scott Melvin and giving that one a spin. Very nicely done. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is, after all, caring. Speaking of sharing and caring, someone who's around the community here a lot is our friend Clayton Von Klug. And I think we may have only played one of Clayton's tunes before, maybe two, but has not been a regular here on the show. So let's correct that, or at least enhance that, by playing this tune from Clayton Von Klug, if it will let me paste it in. Still getting used to my Mac and still getting used to the pasting in. All right, let's dial this one up. He says, play it from the 10-second mark. He says, this is written around the main melody hook, a little thing I used to sing to my cat. True story. I added the growl and syncopation to offset the cheeky and quirky melody. Song is called Poppin' Off Again. Well, popping off means a couple of different things, but hopefully it means popping off as in, yeah, this tune is popping off. This is Clayton Von Klug popping off again on Your Music Live. Yeah. Very cool stuff. Yeah, the purple trees. Yeah, look, I think sometimes you're like, oh, have I heard this one before? I've definitely seen that. Yeah, some of us use a bit of stock footage, which is okay. We don't all have access to get out and get all of our own footage. So sometimes you're like, oh, haven't I seen this footage before? And yes, you probably have, because sometimes a bit of stock footage can help your track and help you get through things. Very cool. Thank you again for sharing that one, my friend. Let's jump into someone who many of you may know and love, and our man Andy Goldsby from the Indigo Sunsets has been crushing it lately and getting some really cool tunes out and about. And so the Indigo Sunsets themselves are on a little bit of a hiatus at the moment, but that doesn't mean that our man Andy Goldsby isn't still crushing out the tunes. And he has a tune here called Waiting for Tomorrow that he's just recently snuck out. He grabbed his distro kid and he threw out this one. So we're going to give this a little bit of a spin here, shall we? It is Andy Goldsby, and it is Waiting for Tomorrow here on Your Music Live.
I know I can find what I came for here today. Just my good intention goes unnoticed, stays out the way, but I'm waiting for tomorrow, dreaming on today. But I know I gotta go wondering what to do now, crushing my ambition.
Oh, I coughed right into the mic. Yes, Andy really is the king of the harmonies and the king of those jangly guitars and cool chord progressions coupled with amazing vocals. And I know Andy undersells himself. He's like, oh, these are the songs, these are the rejected songs from the Indigo Sunsets, mate. They're just as good. They should, and I was going to say they should be on an Indigo Sunsets album. No, just have them for yourself. Like this is your sting period, mate. The in between times while the police are just having a rest. This is your sting. This is your Phil Collins. While the rest of Genesis are faffing about, while Peter Gabriel's deciding to go make Sledgehammer, this is your Phil Collins. This is your time to do your what's the one with the do-do in the air tonight. Very cool stuff from our man Andy Goldsby. How we doing on time? We've got about 15 minutes left before we have an old school toilet break. Now, if you're new to the show here, what is the toilet break? Well, it's the halfway point, which is a 2-hour show. So at the halfway mark, around about the 1 hour mark, we play a song so that Pete can have a comfort stop. But you don't have to go anywhere because let's be honest, you can just take your phone and go to the toilet with your phone on. I can't do that while I'm live streaming. That would disturb many people, but you can do that. All right, let's grab a tune from slaps.com, shall we? Once again, we are brought to you today by DistroKid, and if you are ready to release your music, use DistroKid. If you're not quite there yet, jump over to slaps.com, like our friend That Mitchell thing did, and they say in their little blurb here, I keep telling myself to stay away from the arpeggiator, but I can't help myself. Hey, I feel ya. The arpeggiator is cool. Nothing better than some cool arps to make your day happy. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? This is called Dole. Our second Dole-based song here today. There you go. That Mitchell thing with Dole on Your Music Live.
So smooth, staring back, dress so tight, satin black, so real I can't believe my eyes. A moment onwards and I fantasize you're not there. Like cherries taste so good to me. She never says a word, she aims to please.
Very cool indeed. Yeah, it is. It's kind of 80s day today, isn't it? We've got a lot of 80s synthy kind of stuff going on. And yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, another good song, another very 80s song. The 80s is back. And look, if you told me a couple of years ago the 80s were coming back, I would have been like, no, the 80s were shite, man. But you know what? Everything old is new again. And as long as you have enough space between the original thing and the now, I think it's good. I think it's okay. I think we'll get over it. But yeah, very cool. Very, very nice synths and vocals and everything going on. Yeah, you're going to have to rewind. Well, here's the thing, Audible Video. You don't even have to really rewind because I mentioned it a few times, but I do the hard work for you on this show. So all of the links to all of the tracks you hear are down in the description. So you're watching this or you're sitting there in an hour's time after the show and you're like, oh, what was that tune that he played around about the 40-minute mark? Oh, it was that Mitchell thing. Scroll down in the description, click the link, and you're over there. And you can follow and you can give fire and you can do all the things. And you would have noticed there that the other cool thing about Slaps is that you can comment on people's tracks. So I was able to comment on the track as I was playing it there. And then you get a comment to track ratio. So it means that I can't, unless I'm commenting on 5 times as many tracks as I'm uploading, I can't upload tracks anymore. And I think that's actually a really cool feature that's built in there. So it stops those spammers. Looking at you, SoundCloud, you know, those people that come on there like, yo, brah, I'm going to get you on playlist. Your beats are fire. And you're like, yeah, that's great, except that you put that same comment on every single other track. So clearly you are a shyster and you are bad and you should feel bad, right? I think so. I couldn't agree with me more, right? Okay, let's play some Michael, aka Zealand Band, and I've got a few tracks from Michael because we're way behind here. So I'm going back a few weeks, but I wanted to play this one because it has a goat, and it is Michael, aka Zealand Band, and there's a goat. And if this imagery doesn't freak you out while you listen to this track, perhaps nothing will. So let's jump over, shall we, and listen to some Zealand Band and a track called Bright on Your Music Live. Yeah, if you're about to go to bed and that's the last thing you see beforehand, I don't envy your dreams tonight. Ba, 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 ba. I dig this too. There you go. Doctor's Order said, I need a pigeon for my next song. How cool is it? I love it. Love the goat. Michael is the goat. And well done again, my friend. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is indeed caring. Let's play some more tunes, shall we? Because we've got more than an hour to go. And we probably will go over time. I'm sure Thomas Christ is lining up to do a show straight afterwards. But we'll probably be a little bit over time as usual here. This is from Aditha NR Music. It says, this song's main melody was created on the 29th of August 2020 after gaining some inspiration from the Interstellar theme by Hans Zimmer. That's a good place to get inspiration. Then after many, many tries, I thought I got the result I wanted, but after a few months I realized it's not completely what I wanted. So with more knowledge gained in my journey, I finished this song and released it on the first year anniversary of the original song. And thanks to you for introducing me to new concepts, tracks, plugins, etc. Hope you all like it. Thank you. Well, thank you, my friend, because it's you that makes your Music Live special. And this is a tune called Special from Aditha NR Music on Your Music Live. Very cool indeed. I agree. Orchestral perfection. I love something like that that has the dynamics, just that dynamic range. You've got the louds and the softs, you've got the highs and the lows. Just beautifully done. A very, very strong track indeed. Agreed. Good stuff there. Let's move on to our next tune, shall we? This is from Pagan Song. And Pagan Song, I've got a track here where they say, this is a love song celebrating all sorts of different couples. Love is love, my friends, and it's rated PG, which is cool, because I'm more than happy to celebrate love, provided that it is family friendly, or at least, what are we around here, PG-13, or at least M15. Like, talk to your parents before you watch YML, and make sure that they are around. So this is Love Piano by our friend Pagan Song here on Your Music Live. Very nice from Pagan Song there. Yeah, and as Thomas says there, Pagan Song's got a new album out, and they've got some Halloween-worthy tunes on that one. And I'm not saying that we're doing a specific Halloween special next week or anything, but there are a few very cool Halloween-y-like tunes that have been sent to me that I'm saving up for next week. So, yeah, you got that to look forward to, but I thought I'd play that one from Pagan Song this week, and then we'll play one of those very cool Halloween-y tunes from Pagan Song next week. Yes, enough said, I think, on that one. Let's jump in to our next one. This is from our friend Marcus Cannell, who brings the funk. Well, he doesn't bring the funk, he brings the rock, he brings the everything. He does very cool instrumentals, and this one is just called Instrumental Rock, creation number 30 by Marcus Cannell. So he's embracing the whole My Song thing. You know, every time you create a new song, and it's like, My Song 76. Well, this is number 30 from our man, Marcus Cannell. Some instrumental rock for you here on Your Music Live.
Thank
Totally. I was thinking the same thing, that it's very much an 80s movie or an 80s TV show. It could be very, very cool sort of 80s instrumental rock vibe sound going on to that one. Great stuff. Marcus Kennell doing well. That rhymes, and you know that rhymes. Speaking of rhyming, Colin Stanton rhymes with the Green Lantern. That was right off the top of my head. Come on, you got to pay that one, don't you? Surely. All right, let's. I've got a few here from Colin, but I've chosen this one. We've got a bit of a love theme here today because you know what, love is love, and I dig on love. I'm reading the Dave Grohl biography at the moment, and he talks a lot in that book about about just love and joy and just the freedoms to express, and that I think sometimes we get a little bit caught up in the daily grind and we forget that hey, it's all about loving yourself and it's all about loving other people. So this one is all about missing one we love. It is called The Heart Recalls, and it's our friend Colin Stanton here on Your Music Live.
If I had you in my arms, my whole world would be set right. Right as rain, falling on the thirsty earth. No matter how long our hearts recall days when we thought we had it all.
Colin Stanton there with some very great guitar tone. Very simple, but definitely effective there. And very nicely done. I know now that whenever I see a Colin Stanton tune in my list, I often don't even vet them. I just go, yep, this is going to be cool, so we'll give it a spin. We'll give it a play. And never lets us down. And the stereo, very nice, very full sound. Wasn't afraid to use a little bit of verb and a delay in that one just to create that cool sound space. So good job there from our man Colin Stanton. Guess what? It's toilet break time. And traditionally here on the show, we are episode 71. We've been doing this for quite some time now. We've been, the very first couple of toilet breaks, we handed over to our friend of the channel, Jade Starr. And Jade has a new track here for one of her artists, because Jade's in like 17 different bands and artists. So Utensils, which is one of my favorite projects that she works on. And she's got a new tune and a new music video that is very darn cool. And it is called Impending Doom. And it is Utensils. And we're going to give it a spin and a listen. So I'm going to jump away to refill the water bottle and make sure we can get through the next hour plus. Don't go anywhere though, because after this one, we got a whole bunch of cool stuff, including a return visit from a certain penguin friend. So don't nobody go nowhere. But for now, enjoy your toilet break. Utensils with Impending Doom on Your Music Live. What I love about Jade Star is that she's got music for every mood. She's got her Jade Star Dread Circus, which is very motivational and inspirational and uplifting. Utensils, which is like dark and brooding and angsty. And then there's FMC. Cricket, which is unexplainable. It's undefinable. But if you want to try, go over and listen to it. So thank you, Jade. Always bringing the awesome. And back to our OG toilet break tune there with Utensils. We've got a bunch more here, so please don't nobody go nowhere, because we're going to keep bringing the awesome here, and we're going to kick off the second half with a very cool naming band, which is Vidal and the Shadowy Figures. Ooh, speaking of angsty and strange, Vidal and the Shadowy Figures. And I love the background that Vidal and the Shadowy Figures usually have on their tunes. It's our spinning tape here, which you'll see in just a moment. They say, please play from the 2-minute 40 mark. Explicit language. Watch out for those F-bombs. There may be one or two. If you've got your kids around, get ready to explain a few things. You've got some splaining to do. But this is called Lockstep Angels, and it is Vidal and the Shadowy Figures on Your Music Live. Very cool indeed. Unfortunately, we only get 4 F-bombs per song, so you used them all up in the first 10 seconds of vocals. Oh, I dig it. Oh, I didn't even have you zoomed in. Let's just zoom in on that cool tape effect for a little bit more. But you do want to go and check out Vidal and the Shadowy Figures, because they have some very, very cool music, and they bring the awesome with everything that they do. So sorry for the small taste there, but as we say with everything, do go down to the description, because everything is laid out there for you. I couldn't make it easier if I tried for you to get in and experience the goodness that is the music that we play here on Your Music Live. Speaking of goodness, this next tune is, what do they say? They say, we are a no-name guitar project for now, but I just feel compelled to share it. I love it. Sometimes you just got to share music. Lustral is a grunge tribute song about vanity, done honouring the spirit of the 90s era that inspired it. Well, one thing you got to know about me is that I love me a little bit of 90s. Again, I mentioned I'm reading the Dave Grohl autobiography at the moment, and man, it's bringing back some awesome 90s memories of mosh pits and sweaty crowd surfing and loud amps and Marshall stacks and all the rest. But this is AU. How am I going to pronounce that? That AU with UR, but it's Lustral. Let's give it a spin on Your Music Live.
So hard to be that star. Fake your smile for a little while.
That's some tasty licks and some tasty grungy guitar chords going on there. Can the 90s come back next? You know how everything's 80s and everything is purple and pink and neon. Can everything be flannel shirts and Doc Marten boots next? Please? Yeah, Alice in Chains, bit of Soundgarden, bit of Screaming Trees, you name the 90s grunge band, and they were there. Like a modern version of grunge, which is cool. I love me some grunge. I'm bringing the grunge. Very good, very tasty licks. I'm gonna like and subscribe. I'm gonna like, comment, and subscribe. Well, not comment, but I'm gonna like and subscribe over there. Good stuff. Thank you for sharing. Speaking of sharing, a band that I can't stop playing, and Paul was in the chat here earlier from the band State of Mind. Look, I don't normally do this. I was saying this to my wife yesterday. I'm like, there's this band, and they keep sharing their old stuff from the 90s, and this is a new music show. It's supposed to be about new music, but I simply can't stop playing it because everything old is new again, and every time Paul shares a tune from State of Mind, I got to spin it. And he says, a song about being in love from a live set we did back in 1993 at the Cartoon Club in Croydon, Surrey, UK. And this hit home with me because one of the few venues that my band played back in the 90s was Cartoons nightclub here in Adelaide. So there you go. There's a little bit of a crossover there between the great State of Mind and the not so great Scarpa. The band that I played in. All right, State of Mind with Vibe here on Your Music Live.
Song's called Vibe. Return my echo, that's all I wish. Return my vibe. If love's eternal, then distance and time should stand still. Don't question my theory, I'm not ready to die. Don't call me a lover, if you had wings you would fly. Deception will guide you and move you away. Just move you away. I think I'm alive.
Yeah, man, welcome to the 90s hour. Wait, if it was in the 90s, we wouldn't call it the 90s hour, would we? Be like, yeah, man, that was pretty cool, I guess. You could never be, like, too excited. No one that would be announcing it would be like, yeah, man, that's the best song ever. Be like, yeah, man, there's State of Mind, man, those guys got it going on. But I couldn't do that. But very cool stuff. Very nicely done. Yeah, I would have liked to be at a gig like that. Exactly. And I've been to Croydon. There's been a few comments about Croydon. Is that the Salisbury of the UK, like what we would have here, or the Frankston that you'd have in Melbourne, or the what's the Sydney version? Bankstown? Black, I don't know. But yes, everywhere has their like dumping ground. Jay was talking about it. Jay was interviewing Joe and Barry Glenn, and they were talking about the fact that every country has the country that they pick on, that they say do things with sheep. And Australia says, New Zealand, bunch of sheep. And then apparently England do it to Wales. And apparently every country, like, I don't know, what do America do to Canada? Bloody maple syrup drinkers up there. What's your Prime Minister doing this week? I don't know. What is it about countries with inferiority complexes where we have to pick on other countries to make us feel good? Well, there you go. I don't know. Where did I get, where was I going with that? I got no idea. But why don't I just play some more music? Let's play some tune. We're going to do some catch up here because we're a little bit behind. So I'm going to play this one. This is from Phelan, who says, just a ballad type song I wrote using autoplay. When I made this song, it was a celebration to still be with my significant other. Have we played this before? I'm unsure. If I spin this and we've actually played it before, let me know. But no, I don't think so. I don't recognize the artwork. We've played something from Phelan before, but I don't think we've played this particular tune. So let's give this one a spin. This is Phelan with Dear Mr. Hook on Your Music Live. Very nice there from Phelan, Dear Mr. Hook. Was that a teacher or something, perhaps? Yeah, maybe. Very, very cool stuff. Thank you for sharing. We're gonna keep rocking on through here because I do want to catch up on some of these tunes that have been sitting around here for a while. And yeah, we got everyone talking geography and things now. I didn't mean to start a big thing about different things like different countries and states. America, the US folks are saying they just pick on each other's states. Yeah. I love that when I see the United States of America and then I instantly see someone's just like, yeah, but not Florida. And I'm just like, oh, why does everyone always pick on Florida? What did Florida do? Is it because they're shaped like a... let's just play this tune. This is Evolution and a tune called Control. They say Control is an R&B fused garage two-step type beat based on the early sounds of the 2000s of UKG. Just wait for my verse. We may make it to the verse. You don't know. Sometimes we make it to a verse. Let's give this one a spin here. Evolution on Your Music Live.
I should have some self-control, but I never met nobody like you. I ain't losing control. I get high when I'm feeling my flow. My mind is focused and I'm ready to go, ready to go. It's like falling from grace. I know I'm blessed 'cause I found my way. I'm feeling fire and I'm ready to slay, ready to slay. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping. I'm trying not to listen. I'm listening.
Spontaneity, take it back to mine. I'ma hit it from behind. You wanna hit rewind every single night. Just so you know that I'ma never take flight. Being with you's like being in the limelight, but go the future gives me major fright. If it's for you, then I'ma be alright. Now I have sight of what is happening. Do you really wanna know what's astounding? I'm capping on every opportunity I get, just to get rid of all the shit I sweat. Even though I've taken every hit, I think I've done my fucking bit. Now it's time to...
Very cool. And no, I'm not turning it down just because of the F-bomb there, but very cool stuff there from Evolution UK. If Ariana Grande collaborated with a rapper. Yeah, there you go. Is it Ariana Grande that's in that new show, the one with Steve Martin and Martin Short, or is that someone else? Someone will know what I'm talking about. Nicely done. Yeah, well produced, good stuff, good flow. Is that what you call it? Is that what the kids call it? The flow? I don't have it, so I don't know what you call it, but I think it's called flow when you can say words in the right rhyme and the right beat. All right. Speaking of rhyming in the right beat, let's play this tune. This song was written, edited, and produced by me. I'm self-taught, so not 100%, but I think it's pretty good stuff for being self-taught. The song is the first single and track from my album, Now Weighing In. And we're going to give this one a spin. It is Proven Productions here on Your Music Live.
Okay. Welcome to the boulevard of spoken dreams. I've been waiting for a while, now I'm here. Ain't no getting rid of me. At first they didn't wanna see me make it through, so I left them with no options. Well, my pain is into you, it's what a clown is into me. I told them how it's gonna be, psychologically damaged from the bottom, and I manage, ain't apologies. Fanning, I just wave and give it everything I can, and cradle to the grave, inevitable. Snot me causing damage, you can see the people panic when I blast them. I can't stand when they be really trying to hate a cat without no rhyme or reason. Check it, kill is my season. It's a thrill for me to leave them stuck on stupid after disrespecting everything I do. You the sonical, overweening, I just keep it cool. Ain't no need for me to buck or exaggerate the truth. That compunction that you feel when you persecute the real is gonna eat you up inside like rap poison in the mill. It's time to weigh it in, time to show 'em who I be. DJ play my music loud, this the ballad of a G. E to the G, watch me to the T. There ain't no stopping me, ain't no stopping me now. It's time to weigh it in, time to show.
Very cool again. Yeah, this is our vibin' rap section of the show. We do. I love playing all sorts of music, and I've mentioned it a bunch of times. Even though I'm into my guitar rock, and even though I like the alternative vibes, and I like more singer-songwriter stuff, when it's well produced and when it's good stuff and when it just makes you nod your head and tap your feet, don't deny it. Like, that's the thing. Same with country music. I'm not a big country music fan, but when I hear country music that is good and that I like, I used to be like, yeah, but I don't like country. But I like music. So if it makes, just listen to it and give everything an opportunity, give everything a chance. That's what I say. But good stuff. Now weighing in Proven Productions, and for being new to the business and being self-taught, that's some quality stuff right there. Another one that I can't remember if we played, so I'm just going to give it another spin because I've definitely seen these footage before, but it's some of our stock footage. But I don't think we've heard this particular one. This is Benjamin Lay with Dream featuring The Real King J. So let's give this one a spin on Your Music Live. Oh, again.
Look at these racks, they keep on stacking and stacking. Cause I'm an upcoming rapper, and you know I keep on rapping. This is my big dream, I want everybody to know who I am. It's harder than it seems, if I fail, I'm gonna try again. Look at these racks, they keep on stacking and stacking. Cause I'm an upcoming rapper, and you know I keep on rapping. This is my big dream, I want everybody to know who I am. It's harder than it seems, if I fail, I'm gonna try again. If I fail, I'm gonna try again. With my gang, you know we gonna win. I'm cooking it up in the kitchen, right around the Mercedes Benz. Every day I go harder, shooting threes, you know I'm a baller. Stand on this money, I'm getting taller. You know she likes Balenciagas. This is my big dream. If I wanna keep going, I gotta do some big things. When I get famous, I'll be walking with some big rings. When I get famous, I'll be walking with some big rings. Man, we keep on stacking, yeah. Look at these racks, they keep on stacking and stacking. Cause I'm an upcoming rapper.
Very cool again. Yeah, I like it. I like the vibe that we're getting in these ones here, and nicely done. If you do have a song that you want to be considered for a future show, just like the folks here have been doing, then please go ahead and check out the Link down in the description below. You just need to go to studiolivetoday.com/YML and you can submit your own tune down there. So if you want something played like our friend Careless Wolf is about to do, then that's all you need to do. So, Careless Wolf says, the continuing saga of my attempt at recreating everything I wrote in the 90s. Pretty sure I was shooting for upbeat macabre in this one. Or, as always, working with what I've got. Hope you enjoy. Well, let's jump over here to the YouTubes and give this one a spin. This is called Witch's Moon, and it's Careless Wolf here on Your Music Live.
Last night, something about it right. I'm feeling lonely and free, losing some part of me. I'm looking for something to save as I shake my grave. My soul, oh woman, don't you leave me cold.
Careless Wolf with a very cool guitar vocal thing going on there. And yeah, look, I would say the same sort of thing. Bizarre in a good way. I love it when you can hear someone's passion coming through. Yeah, soulful. Exactly. I know some people be like, oh, but it's it's not recorded perfectly and it's not sounding like the stuff you'd hear on the radio. I don't want to hear the stuff I hear on the radio all the time. I've got plenty of stuff that you hear on the radio. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but sometimes you just want to hear something a little bit different, don't you? You want to hear something that's a bit unique and a bit cool, and that comes from the heart. It comes from deep down in the cockles. There you go. There's your first cockle sighting for a while. We don't talk about the cockles as much anymore. We have an ad. We have a SoundCloud ad. We've finally hit the motherlode. Let's see what we're being advertised over here.
Busy. Worse than drowning in admin. Bad busy.
Oh, you know what it is? It's a MyOb ad. It's an ad for the MyOb software. So it's obviously profiled me. It's like, oh, this guy is an independent business owner. He would want to use MyOb because he needs to manage his finances. I don't know why the advertising executive for MyOb talks like this, but he does. And he wants me to buy MyOb, but I'm not going to. Because my finances are simple. I use a spreadsheet that I'm like, if I make this much and I spend this much, here's how much I got left to spend on more music stuff. It's simple as that. All right, Travis Broich says this song is called The Patriot. It was an instrumental symphonic metal song. Yeah, get the horns up for a symphonic metal song. Like my others, this track sets up what will eventually be the closing song of the album. Please play the track from the 2-minute mark. I can do that indeed. Where's the 2-minute mark? It is right around here where it says 2 minutes. All right, but stop. All right, there we go. I think this is the closest we're going to get. Let's jump in and give this one a spin. The Patriot, Travis Broich on Your Music Live. That's a bit special, isn't it? Yeah, some nice switches of pace, exactly. Very, very cool stuff in there from our friend Travis Broich. Definitely pronouncing that one wrong, but good job. Thank you for Sharon. Sharon is caring. Sharon is Karen. If you're digging this show, the one thing I would like to ask you to do, you don't have to donate to the channel. You're always welcome to, but you don't have to do that. What I want you to do is to share and share alike, because we say around here that Sharon is caring and Sharon is Karen. So if you could share this with anyone that you think would dig it. Now, don't annoy people, don't spam people, but all you need to do is go down below. It'll have a little thing, there's a little thumbs up button. You can press that and then click the share button, grab that link and then share that around, because we want more people with more cool music. There's someone you know that's producing music, great. Someone you know that digs cool indie music, great. Share the show, and that means more people can come in here and be part of this community, and your tunes that we play will be shared amongst a lot more people. Let's grab this tune. Let's have a bit of fun here, shall we, with our man Rick Rowan, who says, just a happy little love song that I wrote on guitar. It's an instrumental at this point, but could use some lyrics if anyone wants to collaborate. There you go. I spent about 2 nights writing the song 2 weeks ago, recording it, and I devoted at least 45 minutes to making the video. And it's a cool little video here from Rick Rowan. So let's jump over and listen to this one. It's called To You, Rick Rowan, on Your Music Live. Oh, I love it. Yeah, the GB guitars for the win, and the air fluting and the what I love about this, and what I love about people making videos like this, is that it's music is supposed to be fun. I know I say this a lot, and it's a cliche by now, but too many people take music too seriously, and if you're not really enjoying your music and you're not having fun with your creative process, then you might as well go fishing or go play golf or something else, because it's supposed to be a release. It's supposed to be something that's fun and enjoyable, and that's going to bring you joy. And if it's not bringing you joy, I say this to my children, they'll be playing a video game, or they'll be doing something and they'll get so frustrated, like, I'm so angry. But like, if you are less happy after you've done something that you're doing by choice than before you did it, maybe you need to pick something else. Like, when you've got free time, and there's things you have to do in life, but when you get to choose what you want to do something that's going to make you feel happy. And look, it's not going to work every time. It's not going to be perfect every time either. But you should be having more good days than bad days. Kronk Song says he's not really playing, he's miming, I can tell. Well, Kronk Song is someone who would know, because Kronk Song's got it going on. Speaking of Kronk Song, let's play a Kronk Song. We're going to go back to SoundCloud, so we might get another ad. You never know your luck in the big city. So let's see. Will we get Lotto Cat? No, we get no ad, let alone any Lotto Cat here. But we've got a Kronk Song tune here. Oh, someone asked if we're doing a Halloween special. Not specifically. I think it was David that asked about that. Not specifically, but there are a few Halloween tracks that people have sent me already, and I'm going to hold those over till next week. So I will try and pepper in some of the creepier Halloween-y type songs next week's show. So there you go. But for now, let's get our Kronk on, shall we? If you don't know Mark Kronk Song Lovell, you do actually, because every time you watch this show and you hear this,
Your music live.
That is our man Pagan Song, but he also produces a whole bunch of very cool tunes, and this one is called The Band. He says, this is a garage band song about going to a festival. Not sure what else to say about it. Hope you like it. If past experiences are anything to go on, I think we will. Let's give this one a spin, shall we? Pagan Song with The Band on Your Music Live. Apparently. It's frozen, man. It didn't want to play. Oh, there is an ad. There's an ad playing, but it's a silent ad, and it's not actually working. It's completely failed now. The ad's down here. Hang on.
Succession, the Emmy award-winning drama, is back.
He's our dad, but he was...
Watch more TV, folks. Watch Succession on whatever platform they're going to advertise it on, and then we'll listen to Pagan Song right now.
So many people, you gotta keep your eyes peeled. There'll be thieves and vagabonds, as well as people there for fun. I only wish that I could lock my tent. My favorite band has just come on. I'll put it all to the back of my mind, 'cause at the moment I'm feeling just fine. The sun is shining and the band's about to start. I'll put it all to the back of my mind, 'cause at the moment I'm feeling just fine. The sun is shining and the band's about to start. I never thought we'd get here in time, because the queues were oh so long. Here we are now, swaying to the music. Oh yes, it's our favorite song. I know you said you weren't quite sure if you wanted to come with me. Lately, I've noticed little things that tell me you might wanna be free. But I'll put it all to the back of my mind, 'cause at the moment I'm feeling just fine. The sun is shining and the band's about to start. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll put it all to the back of my mind, 'cause at the moment I'm feeling just fine. The sun is shining and the band's about to start.
Woo! More! Yay! Wait, what? $7 for a bottle of water? $12 for a beer? What are you talking about? We're at a festival. Of course we are. I have to be knee deep in other people's urine just to use the facilities. Yes, we're at a festival, people. Hands up who misses festivals. I went to my fair share back in the day, and yeah, something about being old. There's two things that I want in life when I'm old. I want the ability to pee in comfort whenever I want to, and I want the ability to actually get to a bar and get a drink when I feel like a drink. Like they might be very basic and simple needs, but that's all I want to do. So would I prefer to go to a nice casual club gig with a couple of hundred people where you've got to, semi-clean toilets and a bar that you can go to? Yes. Do I want to go trudging through a field using porta potties at best and, lining up for 4 hours to buy overpriced crappy beer? No, thanks. I'll pass. The Pee Fest. Yeah, there you go. When I do my own festival, it is going to be called Toilet Fest, and it's just going to be, there's going to be a porta potty for each person. So you get your own lockable porta potty where you can go in there and it's just yours. So if it's 1,000 people there, there's just a field of 1,000 porta potties. Oh, maybe not. All right. Thank you, Pagan Song. I don't understand either, Siri. I don't understand why people go to festivals and stand out in the rain either, Siri, but apparently they do. No, I did it back in the day. And I'll do it again in the future, I'm sure, because I'll have forgotten. I'll forget about things, and then I'll go back to it and be like, what was so bad about this again? And then I'll do it, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's what's so bad about it. Exactly. Where are we up to? You know what? I was going to make you wait a little bit longer, but I'm not going to. We've buried the lead. I've told you that we've got something new. We have Wingy back here today, which I thought was exciting. And it's been a while since we've heard from this particular creator. If you can guess who they are, maybe put a little emoji down in the comments here if you're watching live. But it is the return of our old mate, QB. And QB says, while it's been a while since I submitted a song to be played on the show, I've still been making music. I recently discovered how to use the release cut piano and have tried my hand at creating artcore. Very cool. Some artcore stuff going on here. So if you're newer to the show, you may not remember that we used to have this little critter that would drop on in most weeks, every week or 2 weeks, called QB the Penguin. It would always be fast and frenetic. It would always be awesome. And they are back. So please welcome back with a round of applause and a round of penguins for the one, the only QB the Penguin here on Your Music Live. Yeah, the Penguin. He's back in a big bad way there. QB the Penguin with a little bit of warm artcore. Get it? Walmart. I didn't get it. It took me a while. Yeah, those fast bits. How insane are they? I want to believe that QB is there on a MIDI keyboard playing those in live. It's not impossible, but I've got a feeling that they're either programmed or he slows things down a little bit. But yes, welcome back to our favorite feathered penguin friend. Insanely impressive stuff as always, and it's good to have. It just didn't feel right for a few weeks there, a few months even. We were just like, oh, there's something doesn't feel right, and it was the lack of QB the Penguin here on Your Music Live. But everything is right in the world again. We've got a new Wingy tune. We've got new QB the Penguin. Jade Star's back in the toilet break. It's like old times all over again. Let's make YML great. And pause for edit. Okay, remove that bit. All right, we're done. Let's go back and play some more tunes because we got a bit of a Geordie song to play here from Joe and Barry Glenn. They say, think we have recovered from Songtember. Whew, right? Just got to this video finished last night. I think I got the okay from CCR, so it's off to DistroKid. CCR being Create, Record, Release, not Creedence Clearwater Revival, I think. Unless they went to the members of Creedence and asked their thoughts, but maybe not. I did have to do my best to remove one of Barry's sniffs from his Mando intro. It was quite bad. Automation is the name of the game. This is another hanging song. What can I say? let's jump over. Now, if you missed, if Jade's around or if Thomas can put it in there, Jade interviewed Joe and Barry Glenn. So if you want to learn more about Joe and Barry Glenn, their history, their story, and their music creation, go check out the very cool interview that Jade did with Joe and Barry. But for now, let's take a listen to this one. This is Geordie, Joe and Barry Glenn on Your Music Live.
As I walked out over London Bridge one misty morning early, I overheard a very pretty maid lamenting for her Geordie. Ah, my Geordie will be hanged by a golden chain. 'Tis not the chain of many. He was born of King's royal breed and lost to a virtuous lady. Go bridle me, my milk white steed. Go bridle me, my pony. I will ride to London's fair court to plead for the life of my Geordie.
Oh, how I wish I could play the mandolin. Good job there, Joe and Barry, bringing the harmonies. Yeah, sounds almost Baroque. I agree. Hey, it's Clayton Von Klug. We spun a Clayton Von Klug track here tonight. Very good stuff there from Joe and Barry Glenn. Yeah, having fun, just horsing around. See what Chris did there? See what he did there? Very cool stuff. Thank you again, Joe and Barry Glenn. Now we're going to play a couple more tracks, and then I'll let Thomas Christ know. Yeah, there it is. There, check out the threesome that Jade had with Joe and Barry. There you go. You can jump over and check out the interview with Jade and Joe and Barry there. Thomas Christ is coming up live after this show. Thomas, I'm going to go a bit long because I've got a couple more tracks, and then we're going to finish with something special. So don't jump away just yet. I got a few different cover songs in this week, so we're going to finish with a triple feature, triple play, 3 cover songs to finish off here today. So I thought that would be a cool way to finish the show here today. And the other thing is, if any of those cover songs get flagged, then it makes it easy for me to remove the end of the show rather than a chunk in the middle. So that's the reality. But we're just going to say we're going to do it as a cool, fun way to end with 3 cover songs. So we've got 2 more original songs here to play, and then we've got 3 cover songs. So 5 tracks, and then we're done. Can you believe it? And can you believe the quality of the stuff that gets put out here every week? I know, I say it every week, but it's just ridiculous. I don't know what to say. Except I do know what to say. I want to say a huge thank you to DistroKid, because DistroKid have been sponsoring this show for over a year now. Yeah, 12 months this show has been brought to you by DistroKid, and I'm amazed at the love that you folks have for DistroKid as well. Yes, they're a company. Yes, they're a sponsor. Yes, they're a business, as am I. It's a business transaction, but it never feels that way with DistroKid, because they support me and they support you and they support independent musicians, and they make it accessible. They've removed the barriers, because if you use DistroKid, $19.99 per year, and you can release an unlimited amount of music to all of the streaming platforms. And if you use the link up there and down in the description, you'll save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. DistroKid, you're awesome. We love you. Hands up who loves DistroKid. Right here. There you go. Thank you, Thomas. You can indeed save 7% off using that link right there. But DistroKid are awesome. And DistroKid also give you this, slaps.com. And Jerry Gomes, our friend, has taken advantage of slaps.com and uploaded this one called What Did I Do? He said, something short, but not so sweet. A dark acoustic tune with a vocal melody, lyrics, and performance made up and recorded in one take. I think it's pretty darn cool, says Jerry, and I think it's pretty darn cool for him to share here on Your Music Live. right? You got slide, you got harmonics, you got everything in that one. That was the bomb diggity. Yeah, some very cool guitars going on there. A little bit of slide heaven going on. Very cool. Very nicely done. Hello, Vidal and the Shadowy Figures. We played a Vidal and Shadowy Figures tune today here as well. We played a lot of tunes here today, and if you want to find any of the tunes that we played, do jump down to the description. Now, we didn't play all the songs that have been submitted in the last few weeks because there's just too many of them. I cannot give it no more, Captain, or whatever that Scotty guy said. We got one more tune to play, and then we're going to go into overtime, and we're going to be playing 3 cover songs. So let's finish with this one. This is Wi-Fi. Now, we heard from Wi-Fi a couple of weeks ago, and they had a very cool tune. Now, I'm going to save the other Halloween-y type tunes for next week, but this is a bit of a taste of some of the cool Halloween-style songs that people have started submitting. So Wi-Fi get a little bit of an early start here, but if you do have any creepy, spooky songs that you want to submit for the show next week, feel free to do so. It won't be a specific Halloween episode because I don't think we'll have enough to do a whole Halloween one. But if you've got a song that you think is fitting, I will try and bump it to the top of the queue so that we can play it. But I thought I'd just play this one here because I thought it was super cool. It is called Ghosted by our friend Wi-Fi here on Your Music Live.
There's something frightening, a bolt of lightning that's taking my soul. An eerie creature that's pleased to meet you, and nobody knows. Be afraid, be very afraid. Let the corpse out, make the ghoul creep round. I feel it crawling at the back of my neck. I'm being ghosted. It's quite unnerving. A spirit lurking, a sight to behold. A pretty haunting that fills my coffin and buries me cold. Be afraid, be very afraid. Let the corpse out, make the ghoul creep round. I feel it crawling at the back of my neck. I'm being ghosted. She said she's dead, she meant it. She meant she's dead, she's leaving. She said she didn't mean it. She said she's dead to me now. Black nails all done in the dark skirts. Bone gel and grief, keeper of my dark heart. Evil haunted with a spellbound smile.
Very cool. I love that. What a cool concept. Like, really great song, but what an excellent concept of like being ghosted. Like the whole idea of being ghosted with the modern day equivalent of that, which is, you know, someone that just sort of ditches you and or doesn't return your calls and doesn't text you back and all that sort of thing. So being ghosted. But there was a line in there was like, she said she was dead and she really meant it or something. And like, yeah, imagine that, being ghosted, but it's actually someone who's died and is a ghost. I love it. I love it. Very cool. Dig this in my graveyard. We may even just have to open next week with that anyway, because it was so cool. We'll see how we go. Very good stuff there. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if you know 2,500 people that dig independent music and home recording, let them know to jump over and check out the channel and subscribe, and we'll get those. We'll get that 100,000. There you go. So that is the end of our regular broadcast, but we're going to go about 10-15 into overtime here because I wanted to play these 3 cover songs back to back because we got 3 cool covers this week, and I'm going to put them all here at the end of the show for your listening pleasure. So open up your ear holes, Get ready to grab these ones. Let's start with Wild Rose CC, who has a cover of a classic Simon and Garfunkel tune called Hazy Shade of Winter. They say it is my third project with GarageBand, and a big thank you to Pete. Well, thank you. I have learned everything a lot from you and hope to progress further. Believe it or not, a lot of it done on my iPhone. I believe it. I do a lot on my iPhone as well. iPhones are underrated. And they do very good things, like create songs like this. This is Wild Rose CC and a cover of Hazy Shade of Winter on Your Music Live.
Time, see what's become of me. While I look around for my possibilities, I was so hard to please. Look around, leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. Hear the Salvation Army band. Down by the riverside, it's bound to be a better ride than what you've got planned. Carry your cup in your hand. Look around, leaves are brown now, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. Hang on to your hopes, my friend. That's an easy thing to say, but if your hopes should pass away, then simply pretend. Then you can build them again. And look around, the grass is high, the fields are ripe. It's the springtime of my life. Ah, seasons change with the scenery.
Very cool indeed. I love it. I love it a lot. Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel cover there. And the Australian punk band Body Jar also did a very cool version of Hazy Shade of Winter. So if you're into that, if you dig that one, then do jump over and check out the Body Jar version of Hazy Shade of Winter. It's exactly what you think it will be. It's guitars, it's distortion, it's fast, and it rocks. So a very cool tune, and I do love me some Simon and Garfunkel. Let's go to cover number 2 of our overtime segment here. Cover number 2 is from our friends Ron and Jenny at Wolfstone Studio. Yes, hi Pete. When I was in a band in college, this one time at band, we mostly did originals, but also played covers, including some songs from the Fab Four. So I decided to do my best attempt at channeling George Harrison for one of my favourite songs ever. And it just so happens to be one of my favourite songs from the Fab Four. I don't play it well, but I have played it a couple of times in my happy hour shows. But let's see what Ron and Jenny over at Wolfstone Studio can do with this one. It is a Beatles classic called Here Comes the Sun on Your Music Live.
Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Very cool stuff there. Yeah, I agree. Even if you're not a Beatles fan, you gotta give props to that one. And the songwriting on that tune with the change up and the rhythm and just it is very, very well done. And given the time and given the limitations, it just goes to show how cool the boys from the Beatles were. And I am a Beatles fan. Oh, sorry, but look. Oh, sorry, there was a cute puppy. I got very distracted by the cute puppy. Oh, look at the puppy. Hello, puppy. Sorry. Get a little bit off track there. Yes, very good cover, very cool stuff. We are about to finish up here, so do jump over straight after this show because the one, the only Thomas Christ is doing his Thomas Christ live show directly following this one. In fact, he's already late because I'm keeping you here. But when I think covers, I think one and one only channel, and that is Black Covers. That is our friend Ingo from Black Covers, and Ingo is going to finish the show here today. He says, "Hey Pete, here is my tribute to Prince and the Bangles." Now, if you know your music history, you know that if you're giving a tribute to Prince and the Bangles, there is only one possible song it could be. And I thought I'd play this song because for everyone, it is Friday at worst, or if you're here in Australia, it's Saturday morning. So we don't have to worry about it being a manic Monday for another at least 2 days. And that's a good thing. So this is featuring the wonderful Madison Jarbo on vocals, and it is, of course, Black Covers with a cover of the classic Bangles tune written by Prince called Manic Monday. Let's do it. Yes, it is just another manic Friday. So no one has to worry about any Monday related stuff for at least another few days. Thank you everyone for being here. Another fantastic Your Music Live is in the can. Huge shout out to our sponsors DistroKid, who keep bringing the awesome to you week after week. I'll see you tomorrow on the happy hour and next week right here on Your Music Live. Thanks everybody.